107.5 WGCI in the studio. It's my man. Look, one day I'm in the car right on my way to work. You know, I gotta get my XM in the morning. I heard this joint, hands on the wheel, and damn near swerved in the oncoming traffic. He's on the record with A$AP Rocky. It's Schoolboy Q in the building. What up, fam?
What up, Q? How y'all doing, man?
Hey, man, first of all, how did that joint come out with you and A$AP Rocky? How did y'all hook up on the joint? And, man, where did that sample coming from? That was ill, man.
I actually, that was actually all sent through the email, the beat. My homeboy Brock, he had it. He was doing some A&R work for these dudes called The Best Kept Secret, I guess. And they had it. He had it in his email, just sitting in his email. He sent it to me, and I made what I made. Me and Rocky, the connection with me and Rocky, you know, we were like super cool. So
yeah.
Just
Hey,
like
the joint is incredible, man. Really good record. Hey, check it out. I'm reading in your bio, man. You were born on a military base in Frankfurt, Germany, which me and Leon, being comedians, definitely know about. I think Leon
used to live out there.
Yeah, yes, sir.
See, look. Wikipedia line, I wasn't born in Frankfurt. I was born in Wiesbaden.
Okay, cool. Wiesbaden, yeah, we know where that is. Yeah, we did all the Darmstadt. Yep. Kaiserslautern. Yeah, so you had a military family?
Yeah, my mom and dad was in the Army.
How was that like growing up as a young man on military bases and things of that nature?
My mom, she dropped out of it when she had me, so I didn't get none of that.
So you didn't really grow up on a base. You were just
I don't
born
remember
there.
nothing about it. I was just born over there. I haven't even been back to Germany since I've been born.
Wow.
Let me ask you a question, man. Like, were you somewhat of an athlete in high school, man?
Yeah, I played all three of them, all three sports.
Which one did you like the best and why?
Football, but I was better.
What three sports you play? Football, basketball?
Yeah, baseball.
And baseball?
Yeah.
And you like football the best?
Football the best.
What position did you play?
Receiver, running back, corner, returner.
How does like playing in sports and stuff translate into how you go in on a track, or how you, if you're on a track with somebody, the competitive nature, does that do you kind of draw from that?
Yeah, it's the same thing. You don't want nobody to outdo you. You always want that playing time. You don't want to sit on the bench. If you want to sit on the bench while you playing,
no doubt.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta want to be better than everybody on the field. Got to.
Hey, you're a member of Black Hippie, man. My man Kendrick Lamar love his stuff. Absol, J-Rock. How did that whole conglomerate come about, and what does Black Hippie represent?
It's four artists from 4 different regions. You got a person from Watts, you got a person from Compton, you got a person from Carson, then you got me from Los Angeles, LA. You know what I mean? And we all got signed to TDE, you know what I mean? And J-Rock was first, and Kendrick, then Absol, then I came last.
TDE being Top Dog Entertainment.
Yes, Top Dog Entertainment.
Shouts out to Top Dog.
And you know, we was in there. We was already signed to the label, so we was like, let's just make a group. You know what I'm saying?
Let's be out of y'all. Like, you know, how can we get another check? Let's form this conglomerate besides ourselves. You know, on some Wu-Tang and get some money.
Yeah, because nobody close. Like, we like best friends, all of us. Like, we like super close. I'm like my brother. So making Black Hippie was just something that was gonna have to happen anyway.
Man, the whole West Coast move, you know, for so long. I mean, like in the era we came up in, it was the NWAs of the world, the Spice Ones, you know, all that.
Wow.
So you
Trigger
guys
no heart.
are coming on a whole nother level. Like Kendrick Lamar, you know, your Absol, you guys are like straight lyrical beasts. Not to say that those guys weren't, but how do you feel about the path and direction that you guys are taking with West Coast hip hop? Almost in the essence, bringing it back on another level.
Yeah, we don't care about nothing. Like when we rap, if you listen to Kendrick, he doesn't care. Like 1 minute he'll tell you about, you know what I'm saying, about the world and what's going on, and the next minute he's telling you to suck his dick.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Suck his dick in the world that's going on.
Yeah,
right.
you know what I mean? So we really don't care. Like, we gonna make our music, and if people mess with it, they gonna mess with it.
But do you feel any pressure to kind of like uphold what was done in the past on the West Coast? 'Cause, I mean, think about it: the Death Rows, the NWAs, the Ice Cubes, the Dre's. Is there any pressure, or do you just, like you said, we just do it naturally and whatever comes out?
We just do it
out?
naturally. You know what I mean? But at the same time, I don't want to be the next Death Row or the next Rockefeller. Or we want to be the next TDE. You know what I mean?
I heard that.
Like I feel we better than everybody. You know what I'm saying? Old or new, whatever. You know what I mean? That's how we take care of our business, and that's how we stay competitive.
Right. Now, how did you hook up with the Under the Influence music tour? Wiz Khalifa, Mac Miller, Kendrick Lamar is going to be on there. It's a big, huge tour. Is this your first big, huge tour, and how did this happen?
Well, it's real. Well, first off, yes, this is my first real big tour. I'm on tour right now, my own tour. But this is like, you know, what I'm about to do now is like 10,000, and you know what I mean? a lot of more people.
Do you prepare any differently for, say, the shows that you're doing right now you're on your tour as opposed to when you go out on this big tour?
Yeah, because right now it's like all my fans that's coming to my shows. You know what I mean? Because I'm the headline. I'm not the headline, so I have to break off and play the ones that I know for sure people know, and got to be quick. It got to be electrifying. It got to be a lot of energy because my set is probably not going to be as long as I am now.
You're garnering
you know
new fans too, though.
Oh,
like
yeah,
doing that too,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying? People who didn't know about Schoolboy Q will be on the bandwagon now.
Yeah, for sure. But the way we hooked up, though, we got the same booking agent.
Oh, okay. So it wasn't like no mysterious thing or nothing like that.
Yeah, shout out to Peter Schwartz.
Hey, man, so at the end of the day, man, when it's all said and done, like, you know, in your music career, you feel is winding down to you, or whenever you feel like you want to step away, what do you want people to say about Schoolboy Q? What do you want to come off people's minds and thoughts when they think of you?
First of all, how did the name Schoolboy Q even come out? Where'd you get the name from?
Well, in high school, I was gang banging and I sold a little drugs, you know what I mean? At the same time, I played 3 sports and I had a 3.3.
How the hell did you sell drugs, gang bang, and play 3
at
sports?
the same damn time?
Playing ball, flipping birds at the same damn time.
My mom, she worked late
Cooking
nights,
dope,
man.
RBIs at the same damn time.
Homework, gang meeting at the same damn time.
Gang meeting. But no, my mama, she worked nights, man.
Oh, okay. So you had to stay active.
Yeah, my mom was a single parent, so when my mom was at work, she been working nights since I was like from 8 years old to like
So you was a latchkey
to
kid.
now. You know what I'm saying? So like I was 8, 9 years old at the house by myself when my mama was at work.
But like all of us, you knew what time you had to get everything straight before she got up in
Once
there.
she gone, it was like she didn't know what my mama didn't know what went on with my whole life about me gang banging and everything till I was like 21.
How did she react when she finally found out? Because I know I remember I told my mom some things that I had did as a kid, and she looked at me like, "What the hell was going on? Where was I at? Like, how did she feel?"
I still ain't told mom.
It kind of messed with her because the way she really found out was when I went to court and I had a case. You know what I mean? But she always kind of knew, but she didn't think it was real. Like, nah, this your friends. Because my homies that I grew up with that I gang banged with was like, I don't even know how I met them. You know what I mean? Like, I really don't know how I met them. Like, that's how close we are and how long the friendship go back. So she look at it as like them just your friends. Like, you grew up with them, but she didn't know what was really going on.
Talk about growing up in the gang culture in Los Angeles, which is like infamous for the Bloods and Crips gangs, and you know, talk about just growing up in that atmosphere that was heavily gang influenced.
I mean, it was rough, you know what I mean, but at the same time, it's not what people make it to be. Like in the movies, like or in music videos, people be wearing
how do you feel about that when
rags
you hear like rappers out here now, Suwoo, and you know, repping Blood Gang. This, I mean, knowing that some of these cats probably are not really about that, but
They
just
don't know
picking
the
it up,
history or nothing.
right? Picking it up because they got
like,
famous now.
No disrespect to nobody, but just for example, like even though this is kind of a good thing, but at the same time, it just shows you how ignorant people are to the gang banging game. You'll have a person from 60 Crip or something. I'll be out of town. He'll walk up to me and praise me like I'm, you know what I mean? And I'm from Hoover, and us in 60s, like, it's like...
Don't even mess around.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean? But I'll be out of town and run into a 60, and he'll be like, oh, my God.
Right.
Oh, cuz, I'm from 60s, cuz, I throw up Crip. Want to take a picture with me and throw up Crip, and not even knowing he really disrespecting all this homies.
Right,
you know
right.
But
yeah.
I'm not tripping on that gangbanging stuff no more. That's just an example. But yeah, the gangbanging is real. It's watered down. Like, nobody wear rags in L.A. Like, you don't see people walking around with rags in their pocket unless they're like secluded in the, like, you know what I mean? They're not about to be all walking out and all everywhere with the rags because first off, you're making yourself a target because people really come through and bust on you and the police.
And the police, right.
Ain't nobody playing with the L.A. police is gangbanging too.
Biggest gang in L.A.
I got F them tatted on me, you know what I'm saying? That's how much I really hate the police. Like,
wow.
It's for real.
You credit Biggie, Nas, and 50 as being some of your biggest influence, some guys from the East Coast. You know, just talk about that real quick, like coming up in that era, and they all came up in that era, that 90s era, where like New York just had the game on lock and made some of the best hip-hop music, I think, that ever came out. So just explain your influences being like Biggie, Nas, and 50.
When you hear me, like you hear, I could rap my ass off, and at the same time, I can clown, you know what I mean? And I can get into a lot of detail. Like, I get a lot of the wordplay, like if you hear Biggie, like his words was crazy, you know what I mean? VIGVOVA going for the, it's like double Dutch. You know what I mean?
Right.
When he raps.
Uh-huh.
And then you got Nas, all this detail that he gives you. Like, you listen to Nas and it's like you watching TV or something. Like, you can't even really nod your head. You just look and daydream. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I was just listening to his new joint, Daughters, man. I think it's an incredible record. It needs to be played out here.
Yeah, and 50, what I get from 50 is a lot of aggression. Yeah. Like, 50 had one of the biggest influences on me. Like, he kind of basically birthed in my whole style.
Show you how to put that aggression in the lyrics.
Sure. It's not, you can say whatever you want on a record and it won't sound bad. You know what I mean? Like, I can have a conversation with you and talk about God and I'm not an atheist, but I could be an atheist and you'll be hot. But if I rap about it, people won't be as hot. Like, for example, our Future, how they go in on what they go in, but on the records, but you don't really see them talk about that in interviews because it'll really, it's a difference. It's a difference, you know what I mean? So,
and you can see people, you would think people would be a little bit more upset about the music and some of the stuff they put in their music, but I think people take it for what it is. It is, they're just expressing themselves.
Yeah, exactly. Tupac, the one that really, really started it, going up there.
Aggression,
like, you know what I'm saying? Real niggas' fingers on nickel-plated triggers. Like, who raps like that?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Who's somebody in the game that you've met that you kind of like, you had you had your epiphany, like, man, I'm in this rap game and it's big. Like, for me, when I met Richard Pryor and some like his last days
in the
on
comedy,
Earth, it kind of hit me like, man, I'm a comic. Like, I'm talking to Daddy Rich, the Godfather. Who is this? Somebody you ever met, like, on tour, maybe in the studio, and you just like, wow, I'm doing this right now. I'm on another.
Dr. Dre.
Yes, sir.
When I was at the I got invited to the I Need a Doctor video shoot with Dre and Eminem. Excuse me, Paul Rosenberg was there and everything. And when I walked up, Dre see me, he stood up, and I didn't even have to introduce myself. He was like, yo, Q, I mess with your stuff. You know what I'm saying? That was like, I didn't know what to say.
Hey, let me ask you, did you play it cool then, but then got somewhere by yourself?
Like,
nah. But I was just like, for sure, thank you. I didn't know what to say. Like, it's Dre. I don't want to say too much. And they be like, he a weird right. But then I was like, I'm just going to be like, all right, yeah.
Stop talking to me, kid. I told you I'm
all right, on the flip side of that, is there anybody in the business that you might have had like an opinion of that you like kind of fond of? Like, yeah, they pretty cool, but then when you met them, you like, oh, hell no, this dude a jerk.
Yeah, I met a few people like that, a lot, but I don't want to say the names because I still may need them. You never know. I don't
right. Don't burn no bridges.
Yeah, I'm a new artist, so I don't want to say too much.
Who
about
sucks in the industry right now?
Rapper?
Yeah. Because we were talking to ASAP about the XXL
freshman class.
Yeah. He was like, he said, I'm gonna be honest, some of them cool, some of them corny. He didn't really name names, but do you think there's some people out there that just really need to put the mics down because they're really stepping on this thing that you do called hip-hop?
It's a lot of artists, but like I said, I don't want to say no names, but it's a lot. It's like 80% of the artists.
The 5 syllables of bar cats.
People are sorry. Like,
that's what I call it. It's going to be a new song called 5 syllables of bar.
A lot of people get caught up in hype. And then they be hot for like 4 or 5 months, and then they just.
Right.
I mean, rappers we done seen even drop an album and just disappear.
Do you see that happening now?
This is what I will say. I always be on this head. Chingy is horrible.
Oh, wow.
I always use him as an example. Because
he was crazy.
He was crazy hot. Like, Jackpot. Remember the album? Jack Crazy.
It's just like.
Done.
Go to Ralph's, like, you know what I'm saying?
Right
like,
there.
Scandalous, like,
he had
some joints.
Big records.
Do you think that
even a rapper like Cassidy, big records, and then it's just like
done.
Nobody cares.
Cassidy can't stay out of jail and out of trouble long enough to let his records get shine.
Yeah, that's true too. But at the same time, man, if you hungry, man, you ain't about to let nothing stop you from doing your music. You got too comfortable. I feel like when people be grabbing guns and I'm not about to pick up another gun in my life unless I have to use it. You know what I mean?
Do you find it easy out here nowadays for some of these artists to get on with the internet being so hot? Like I used to say that, like if you sucked back in the day, nobody would ever know because wouldn't nobody put your stuff out. Yeah. But nowadays you can put your own stuff on the internet, and now everybody in the country can know that you suck at the same time. So do you think a lot of this bad music and bad artists out here that we're starting to hear is because it's so easy to get your stuff on the internet right now?
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I love the internet. If it weren't for the internet, I wouldn't be here. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not getting like mad radio spins right now. But at the same time, the internet created me. So I don't want to down the internet, but yeah, it gives everybody wants to be a star, but the internet is also saving lives because everybody's trying to rap and everybody's trying to see what's the new thing that's coming out. So a lot of people ain't in the streets like they used to be.
All right, that's my man Schoolboy Q, man. Look for them. They're going to be here later on this year with the Under the Influence of Music tour. Wiz Khalifa will be on that joint. Mac Miller, Kendrick Lamar, Chevy Woods. So you guys check it out, man.
Man.
Yeah, good luck to you, man.
Appreciate that.
When you got something coming out that we can check out?
I got my next single that's gonna drop soon. No telling when. We getting that ready right now, and just working on the album.
All right, cool. When is a release date looking like?
I don't have a release date yet, but we're
This
working
year?
on it. I don't know. I just dropped my independent album this
Before
year.
Detox?
Oh yeah,
on,
probably
man.
before Detox. Before Detox.
Hey, what would be your ultimate collabo? Like if you could pick any MCs and you was on the track, your ultimate collabo.
People ask me that all the time, and I still don't have an answer.
Wow.
I'm not really big on collabs. Like, I like, you know what I'm saying? Nobody can give me the feeling the way I give myself the feeling. No homo, but
Amen.
you know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of artists that's ill. Of course, I would love to work with like Ye and Jay. Of course, like you know the norms, but for the most part, I'm not like real like. Oh, I need to work with these guys.
People need to know who Schoolboy Q is.
Yeah, exactly. But matter of fact, if it was one artist, probably Kid Cudi.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
I like that.
The Rager.
Yeah, because I'm not into like really rapping with rappers. I got homies that rap on my camp, Kendrick, J-Rock, and you know what I'm saying? Ab Soul, so it's like I really don't need to.
Somebody that's outside the box.
Yeah, I'd rather get Cudi.
All right, that's my man Schoolboy Q, man. Keep it up. And you guys make sure you get to the Under the Influence of Music tour and check them out with my man Wiz Khalifa and Mac Miller later this summer. Tony scoring the morning ride on your radio with Schoolboy Q. We about to ride out. It's GCI.
Yo, weekdays starting at 5 a.m. only on GCI.